how's it going? It's Isaiah Raw. So basically what I've been doing recently is I've been doing a lot of experimenting when it comes to, what is this shit called? Farming. When it comes to plant and electricity, because a while back, a couple years ago, I had first got into electroculture, which is using electricity to help grow plants. And there's a lot of subtle energy around us at all times. And there's like, when you're outside, there's just a free flowing of electrons. It's like there's a non-stop flow of energy. Since there's a non-stop flow of energy, there are metals, it's like copper, that can just collect and collect and collect. But check them out. So this right here is a little circuit I did. I'll show you it turning on. As it works. And the circuit literally works only using foil, battery. Nope. Did we get it on? Nope. I'm kind of scared, that's why. This shit kind of burned me the first time I did it. Oh. There we go. Nope. Come on. There we go. The fact that I'm touching it is also bothering it. So it's like I don't even know if you can see the light turning on. Just now the light is turning on. Like when I push the ends together, the light turns on. You can see that. And this is all just foil. Honestly, the copper really isn't doing too much on the battery, but it's all just foil. And that made me realize how good foil is at conducting electricity. Because I know these things right here, quartz crystals are very good at conducting electricity and holding electricity like a battery. My thing is, I don't know how to get the energy out of them like a battery. It's like I know how to get them out of them like spiritually. Like I know how to do that. But when it comes to making it do that, I don't know how to do that directly. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come out here and show you, because I've been needing to record the progress of what I've been doing, because this is actually really fucking dope and it's sick as fuck. So check him out. We're gonna come over here. Alright. You may see just a rose bush. What I see is an extremely abundant plant that is growing rapidly. There's new growth to this plant every single day. Right here, new growth on almost every branch of the plant. There's new growth. This is literally, again, new growth. Like these leaves before, these ones right here were literally grown yesterday. So new growth all over the plant, and it's been growing like this for about a week now. And these cuts are from actually leaf cutter bees. They've been using the plant, like the leaves from the rose bush, as their, what's it called? For their hive, to build their, like the walls of their hive. And so basically with this, I've been using this copper rod. You can see right here, or kind of see. It's like I have that stuck into the ground directly under this. Ooh, it was a bee. And then I have this. It's a Vadra, but I broke it. It's like it still works the way it works, like the way it needs to work. It's just that it's broken. Like I had broke it. Well, I didn't really break it. Doesn't really matter how it got broken, but it still works. It's basically a generator full of intention, full of love and compassion, and literally, again, new growth everywhere. New growth everywhere. New growth everywhere. All over the plant. And so we're going to be documenting our experiments. There's even new growth on this red one. New growth all over this. I wish this was focused better. It's okay. New growth on this one as well. All of these new growth. We're seeing new growth on almost every branch. And it's daily. It's daily growth. I'll show you guys. Like we're gonna keep up with this. and we're going to see the progress. But right now, what I want to do is, hold on, I'm going to give a little excerpt of what's really been going on. Alright, can you see me? I think you can see me right here. Alright, so basically, what's been going on, oh damn, that's not really a good angle for me. Alright, that'll do. So basically what's been going on is, I've been putting the plants together, or no, hold on. Let me take my time. Let me think about what I've been doing. I got it now. So basically what's going on is I'm trying to get the plants to remember what they actually have grown into. Because I had the thought of, if giants used to exist, what did they eat? If giants used to exist, what were they eating? And what I've discovered from just seeing plants grow and plants just growing in general is that apple trees, when they first start growing, their first fruits are very small. Their first fruits are often way smaller than a full-grown tree. And even a full-grown tree isn't as full-grown as we believe. And that's when I realized that younger stages of plants produce smaller things. It's like to an insect, those are large amounts of portions of food, but to us, it's not. But then again, each tier, it's like each size range experiences time differently due to kind of like environmental things, you feel me? It's like time passes differently the bigger you go and the smaller you go. It passes by differently. Honestly, like relatively, shit, you feel me? So with that, I had to understand that what the plants we see around us are the baby versions. Like when I was in a redwood forest, back in, it was a couple years ago, the trees that were there were all babies. It's like that's what they would say on the guides. It's like these trees are nowhere near the actual size of what they actually can grow to. And those trees are fucking humongous. I mean, touching the top of the sky. And they're saying that those are nowhere near what the actual size of those trees could actually be. And these are the younger generations of those trees. But then we have to understand is that it works the same way with plants. It works with the same way with majority of plants, honestly. It's like, honestly, majority of plants grow and grow and grow and grow, and they just continue to grow, and they die. Like, parts of them die, other parts of them regrow. And it's the same thing with human beings. Parts of us die, parts of it gets replaced, yada yada yip yay, up to wherever it allows us to, complete our growth. And within that, I also had the understanding of some plants, when in different environments, where they don't have the correct resources for themselves, they are not able to grow as large. Not only are they not able to grow as large, but they die faster. It's like a plant that could live upwards to 200 years could die in a mere 20 days, you feel me? Just because of its environment, its moisture content, the EM waves around it, you feel me? These things really do matter when it comes to plant growth. These things are very important because simply adding charges and putting more intentions, which is creating I keep saying EM wave, or I'm not saying it that much, but it's an electromagnetic wave. It's like, it's a radius. It's like, imagine a sphere of just energy just radiating. The plants love that. The plants love it so much that it gives them the ability to honestly almost alchemize and create. Like, I honestly may be watching the plants do their own alchemy, turning nothing into something, quite literally just giving them energy and the resources they have, and watching them turn that into infinity, which is amazing. It is literally amazing watching and seeing the plant growth as the way it's been growing, because it's not normal. I'm recording. This works the same way with even people. It's like, if there were giants, where did those giants go? Did all of them actually leave? Sometimes the answer is actually no. It's like some of those giants are still around. Some of those giants are still alive, but in their environments, they are unable to grow to their full potential, their full height, because of bad soil, radiation, moisture content. These things actually play a role in even how humans evolve and grow and expand, because there is more to expand upon within our genetics. It's like we can go and grab the original blueprint of who we are, the original blueprint of what we know. It's still inside of us. We just have to feed that information. We have to get to that frequency, but it's very hard to get to that frequency when we're bombarded with EM waves. You feel me? Like your cell towers, your internet, your Wi-Fi, your radio. It's like all of those things bombard you with energy. And so since you're being so bombarded with energy, you don't know, majority of people don't know how to let that go. Not even just how to let it go, but how to either use that energy or to adjust to what's happening. And so what we're seeing within this is people going bald prematurely, people aging faster, people using, it's like a lot of substance abuse because of it. It's because people are overstimulated and they don't know how to use that energy. And there's a lot of ways to use that energy, because creativity, it's creativity, energy, emotion. You can build, you can create some shit, you can think about some shit, you can go find some shit. It's a lot of stuff you can use that energy for, but we don't have the quite correct avenues of doing that. And that's something I also want to point out is spiders on drugs. It's like there was a study of spiders on drugs and the effect certain drugs would cause on the way a spider would build a web. And certain drugs cause the spiders to build differently. But with that, we are like those spiders. We in ourselves, humans, have our own form of organizing, our own form of building webs. Even how ants, it's like ants all around the world colonize and organize in their own way, but they all do it the ant way. They all do it the same way ants do it. Even with birds, all birds nest the same way birds nest. Birds have this, even different bird species across different parts of the world, the same species of bird across different parts of the world will do the exact same thing. And that's because we live in a resonance frequency, we live in a resonance channel. There's waves of what our actual blueprints are, and when we ride the wave of what our blueprint is, we are able to create from that blueprint, which is just our understanding. But what the world is now, it doesn't match what our understanding is so much that we don't know how to create within it, and we try to create from a place of just straight confusion, like a doped up state of confusion. Like imagine you were already confused and I gave you a bunch of drugs that made you even more confused, and then I told you to go do some things that you didn't quite actually see any value in, and I told you it was the most valuable thing. It's just a constant state of confusion. It's a constant state of messing with your awareness. And the more they can mess with our awareness, the more we are unable to regrow. We are unable to be at what our actual bodies can be and what our minds can be, the technology that we are. You feel me? And so with that, I want to explain more. I want to go back into doing more experiments right now, because within me showing you the circuit for the aluminum, I would like to actually add the aluminum foil to the copper, like that I have in front of these roses. And there's also a bit of more information I would like to share when it comes to what I've been doing. So because I do magic, man. I'm going to keep it 100 Billy Bands. I do science and I do magic. And I know the science is part of the magic. And part of the magic right now is deadass. I live in a desert. So I have a very rich mineral deposit when it comes to quartz and other goodies in the dirt, in the soil out here. But the issue with all of that is its resonance. It's resonance because the crystals and everything in the dirt isn't resonating at the right frequency for it to draw in the water and resources the earth needs. But what I've been doing with me drawing resonance patterns in the dirt is creating like amplified fields, EM fields, of just straight intention to heal and strengthen the land. Within this, I've seen plants sprout up and with strong roots, and they stand just straight up. Like they stand straight up. I've noticed that the higher charge, like now that there's more charges going on in the air from what I'm doing, plants are starting to stand even higher. They're starting to stand even more straight up, and they're starting to grow even bigger. They're starting to pop out the ground bigger. And not even just that, but I live in the high desert. So to people who understand the culture and the ecosystem that is in the high desert, is that the dirt is held together by fungus. It's held together by mycelium. And this mycelium is what creates the parts of the dirt where it's all hard. It's like you can get like dirt rocks. The dirt rocks are formed from the mycelium holding the ground together, holding the soil together. But the mycelium is also what is able to hold the moisture. When it rains, that's what it pours into. And those are the things that open up the pores of the dirt to allow water to flow through. But the sun is so damaging out here to the mycelium and to just its overall strength that even when it rains, it's hard for it to hold moisture because it's been damaged and it's been going through hell without the rain, without the right proper ingredients and stuff like that. But the fact that the desert is full of crystals, is full of quartz, I can grab quartz, like this is a good one. I found this one. It just looks like a dirty rock, but this is quartz. This is a quartz crystal, and I can grab this crystal and I can send messages. I can send intentions. I can send energy through this crystal because we're in the Earth's magnetic field. Everything that's on this resonance can pick up a message. It's the same way all ants around the world do ant shit. All bees around the world do bee shit. You feel me? They don't gotta overthink it. It's like they don't gotta overthink it. They have a collective conscious. They have a collective frequency that they align with. That's the same thing with these rocks, man. They got a collective frequency that they align with. You got one of these motherfuckers, you can talk to the rest of them. Same way with radio. That's how radios work. That's how phones work. That's how we get all that shit to work. You feel me? And so with that, I've been sending information to these rocks for a while now, and to heal and amplify the energy of the surrounding terrain, which has been giving the mycelium even stronger. Like it's becoming stronger. Like it's being able to hold the dirt together a lot better than what I understood previously. And I didn't understand this. I didn't know this was happening until there was a like digging company that went across the street and they were surveying the dirt. And I asked them, I was like, hey, what are you guys out here doing? They were saying, we're not out here building nothing. Like we got hired by some contractor to do samples of the dirt over here, which was directly outside of my house, which is where I've been doing this experimenting. But within that, they dug up a lot of dirt, and I didn't think anything of it until I actually went to go visit the spots they dug up. And I noticed that there were a lot of rocks. There was a lot of rocks, but as I would pick these rocks up and I'd smack them together, it was dirt. I would realize it was dirt, and it was very strong dirt. And I could see the veins of the mycelium together and how much it was growing. It literally looks like veins. And it was beautiful. It's quite literally very beautiful, and it changes the moisture content of the dirt, which changes the soil. It changes what things can now grow in the soil. Now, if we were to get a rain season, it's like if we were going to get rain, if rain was to come now, the soil can hold a lot more rain. The soil can hold a lot more moisture now. And people of course people don't recognize this, because it's one of those things where you got to dig into the ground to understand. I didn't recognize I was doing it till I started doing it. But even with that, the energy that I have going around is making the entire ecosystem react. The entire ecosystem is now waking up and being like, hey, we're getting healing, and we notice it and we're seeking it. And this is when I get the instance of, like, if you saw, or I can show you right now. Okay. I'm doing a lot of yapping, but this is good info. Alright, so, ouch. You may see where is it? Where are they? Like the holes, there's a hole right here in this leaf. So at first I thought it was pests, like bugs coming and eating on the roses, and I was upset at first. But then I saw who the culprit was. He revealed itself to me, and the culprit was a bee. It was a leafcutter bee, and he grabbed the leaves that are now growing exponentially, and he took it back to where his colony is to help build. And with that brings information. The information that is now being fed into this plant for it to regrow all over, literally new growth all over. There's not a spot where there isn't new growth. Now is being fed to the bees. Like, that information is now being fed to the bees for the bees to now bring that information to the rest of the other plants that need to be pollinated, which again is healing the entire ecosystem. But we're just now getting started. We're just now getting started on what this actual experiment is, and I need to start documenting this along the way. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and add the foil, and we're gonna see what that do. So let's get it. Alright, so check him out. I'm gonna grab this out the dirt, and we're gonna wrap it in foil. We're gonna wrap this stick. We're gonna give this stick some foil real quick. So let's do that. Let's do it. Pretty cute, huh? Alright, I turn it, this is the foil. This is what we're gonna do. So this is kind of an antenna. Basically, it's an antenna. I know you guys can't feel the energy through the camera, but I'd also like to go over what actually the way electricity works, or at least from my experience of what I've observed from the different properties of electricity. And we're gonna leave this here. We're gonna check on it tomorrow, or actually we're gonna check on it later today to see what progress happens, because I know there's going to be a lot of growth, because there's been a lot of growth already, and I know adding the foil will catch even more energy, and crumpling it up as well increases the surface area, almost like your brain. It's like more energy can flow by, and it can hold on to more energy, and as well as the copper is helping as well. So, and then we have it connected to this motherfucker right here, so it's like a generator. It's like, this is plant circuits, okay? This is plant circuits, nigga. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Am I tweaking? What the fuck? Some bug just started bugging out. Start doing bug shit, you feel me? So that's what's going on. I'm gonna give the plant some water, and I'll be back. I also gotta record Right now I'm using the water. I'm spraying the water on the plants. And so basically the extra energy makes it easier for the plants to grab up water, which allows them, it makes it easier for the plants to grab up the nutrients under them, dig their roots deeper and stuff like that. Not even just that, but you can feel the energy energetically in real life. It's like you can feel this shit in real life. It's like in person you can feel, it's like my heart right now feels like it's, you know, not anxious, but it feels like a flow. There's a flow going through my chest. If anyone who meditates understands, it's like imagine like you're clearing a chakra point. It's like putting water and letting the wind blow on this feels like releasing. It's like it feels like you're allowing a very, very strong current flowing through your body. And my friends, it's like I'm used to being in the energy of high voltage or like high frequency objects because I channel that on my own. But with other people, like in this instance, if you, the person watching this, was to stand in front of this rose bush right now, you guys would probably be dancing. Like, if you may notice that it's like the roses themselves are bouncing, and it's really not too much of the wind. It's like the wind does play a portion, but on their own they just bounce. It's like they are alive. It's like they're very conscious of what's going on, and they're seeing like what's going on and shit. So we're gonna give this a good watering. You feel me? It's like majority of the time it's like you really don't need to water your roses this much or any plant this much. But the fact that they have the ability to now soak up and actually vitalize and use the water being given to them, it's not much of it is being wasted. And of course, over time there's gonna be weeds that like pop up like along the rocks, and I'll show you how those spring up, because they'll spring up out of nowhere extremely large, and they'll be standing straight up. And again, it's because of the energy and stuff like that. But I need to go into how electricity works a bit, so let's actually dive into that. Let's go. Alright, so I want to dive into how electricity may actually work. Not may actually work, but other ways electricity does work. So with the image and what we understand of electricity and social media and the media we are given, we imagine bolts, we imagine lightning, we imagine shock. We imagine that is what electricity is, and that is what it looks like for electricity to be captured. But we really don't understand is that it's like when energy is flowing, majority of the time you will not see it at all. You will not see any energy. It's like energy flows every day all around you that you are not aware of, that you cannot see physically. It's like you can walk into a room that is extremely charged and not see any of that charge. You can only feel it. And with that, the way electricity works is it's a field. It becomes a field, you feel me? It's not just a zap. It's not a zap back and forth. It's a field. It's a magnetic field oscillating, going across and stretching, depending on how strong the current is depending on how strong or how large the area of that magnetic field is reachable. You feel me? Imagine a water current in the ocean. It's like a small current with not too much energy. It's going to flow. It may flow extremely fast, but a stronger current is going to create a wider flow. You feel me? If you can get the imagery behind that. And what am I basically trying to say? It's like basically that's kind of how electricity works majority of the time. Niggas don't understand that we already send electricity. We are already able to send electricity. Wireless shit, it's like wireless electricity, that's already existing. That's how our telephones work. That's how we send messages back and forth to each other. That's how I get to watch a video that you sent me. It's because we're sending each other energy. This whole time we've been sending each other energy, but we just don't know that we have devices that can process that energy. But instead of using it as a battery, using the energy to store more energy, to even give us the idea that that exists. It's like these devices are only able to expend energy, when they can quite literally send, we can already send energy back and forth. It's like we can send energy back and forth, and you can be on the other side of the planet and send energy to me, because within the Earth's magnetic field, every point is the same point. It's like everywhere is the same place, because this is a field of resonance. Everything that is under Earth within its magnetic field is resonating with the planet. Even if it's not from Earth, when it's in its field, it still resonates with the planet. Even if it's, you feel me, it has its receptors off and shit like that, you're still resonating with the planet, and you can still get your communication. It's like premonition. It's like how you can even see into the future. It's potential energy. You can read the potential energy of what's happening, and the kinetic energy of it's like the potential energy of what's going to happen, and then you reading the kinetic energy of what is happening and what it can lead up to, type shit. Hard to explain, big word. I'm not really using too many big words, but big concepts made small. You feel me? So this is basically some of the tech we're stepping back into. This is an understanding I currently am comfortable knowing. And this is another thing. I don't know if you're going to feel it through the camera, but literally just smacking two rocks together creates electricity. This creates electricity. Just doing this creates electricity. It creates movement. It creates work. And I want you to experiment this with people around you. Get a piece of copper, wrap two rocks or two crystals. Make sure one of them is a quartz. Smack it against something, or even just get two quartz crystals. Like, here's two. Just random. You can find quartz outside. It's literally everywhere. Smack it together, and you'll feel. It's like you'll feel a charge. It'll feel like something's breathing into you. And not even just that, if you go outside in the air with the copper wrapped around it as well, you will notice a difference in the charge compared to outside than compared to inside, because outside has a lot more free-flowing electrons for it to pick up and store inside of itself. What I'm trying to understand is tapping into that. I know plants can tap into that. Plants have a better understanding of tapping into that. I know I can do it physically with my body. I can tap into it. But when it comes to tapping into it with technology, I'm still struggling. I'm finding my way. But this is day one. Well, it's not really day one of me experimenting. I've been experimenting this shit for a minute. But this is day one. This is day one of me sharing my experimenting. So I hope you enjoy. Peace out.
Another thing I want to add real quick before because this is very crucial to my understanding of what I'm doing. So basically, if you're an individual who does art and does channeling, understands what channeling and art, understands the power of art and creation and stuff like that, okay, so I'm going to lay this in front. You see there's a copper wire right there. Throw this on top of that. Throw this painting on top of it. You may look at this painting and be like, wow, that's so beautiful. The energy that is coming from this painting is far more intense than even the copper and the rod, because this is a channel of something far, far, far beyond what is happening here. This is energy I've channeled from the stars. And one thing when it comes to channeling, when it comes to painting, you can channel a thought, put it on a piece of canvas, and it will channel that information pretty much infinitely, forever. It's like, as long as this is here, it will always channel this. And this is quite literally a power bank. This is a power bank as well. And this is feeding this. Now, that's one thing I didn't mention in the video, is that originally, when I first started the experiment, I did start off with just the copper, just the copper and the stick. Then I did add the Vajra. That's not a full Vajra, by the way. Don't think that is what an actual Vajra looks like. That is a broken one. But all of this combined, it's like it started off with those two, or it started off with that, and then I added this, and then I added that. But the painting in itself is quite literally part of what is been allowing this thing to grow even more exponentially. Okay? Just want to get that out there. The painting, the art, the channeling from the art is what also helps make this grow exponentially. And imagine if we were in an environment with a dome. Like, when people may look at old world cities and think about Tartaria, or even just places with domes, like what's it called, like the firmament, when niggas talk about the firmament. When it comes to an atmosphere, to get the plants to their full potential, you want to have a lot of vapor, water vapor, because those can carry electrons in and out of the atmosphere, helping everything stay hydrated, helping everything stay charged, and you feel me? Just making the flow of electricity a lot smoother. And so within that, imagine if we had boxed this in a bit. If this was boxed in, we probably would see the new growth would probably be at least a foot. You feel me? Like, we're damn near daily. Like, genuinely. That's how powerful this is. Again, this works very well with plants, because the plants understand the technology. The plants are tech. The plants in themselves are tech. They understand the technology. They work with it. They understand it off the jump. But we don't understand it. I'm still trying to figure out how it works, but I know how to get it to work in the bio way. Bionically, I can get it to work. Mechanically, I cannot. But bioelectricity, very good at. I'm very good at. Very, very good at. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it on that note. Again, it's Isaiah Raw. Hopefully, I cut out the part where I ended it before, but I probably left it in just because, but, you know, and I'm looking good, you feel me? The sun's eating me up. It's a beautiful day. Actually, it's mad nasty in the air. There's been fires and shit, but we'll be alright. When it's rain season, when it's rainy season, it's finna be lit. Hopefully more bees come. Oh shit, I might even start another video right now of me making a bee, like an altar for some beehives, like for the bees, because I want them to, you feel me, like keep propagating the ecosystem. So we're gonna go do that as well. We're gonna set it up on this tree.